Summer is a time that most Michiganders are cruising around in their boats or taking a swim. Well, Macomb County Sheriff Anthony Wickersham is here to remind us how to stay safe on the water during this time of the year. We are out at Stony Creek Metro Park with Sheriff Tony Wickersham, and he's going to give you guys some real important tips about what it takes to be good in the water this summer. Thank you for joining us, Sheriff. Really appreciate your time today.
Oh, not enough time.
So, basics about water safety. Let's start with just swimming.
Swimming is really understanding your capabilities, your limitations. You know, if you've taken a swimming lesson, are you familiar with the water? Are you comfortable in the water? Those are always the key things. You know, before you get into either a pool or even the lake, you know, what are your limits? Can you handle the deep water? Are you become more comfortable in shallow water? You know, that's what you have to determine, and it's at that point you have to determine where you're going to swim.
When it comes to being in the water and things of that nature, I know that when you're as a boater, you need to be wearing a life vest and things like that. Would you also recommend things like that for people who aren't too good as swimmers, just wading in off the shore?
Well, if you're not comfortable with the water and you're not sure about your capabilities and you're not sure about the water itself, we would recommend that if you're going to go in, if you have a life jacket on, it's gonna, you know, it will save your life.
How about boating safety? Do you have tips for all the boaters? We have a ton of boaters in this area. Do you have any tips for them?
You know, boater safety we always put out there. First of all, we always recommend that you take a boater safety course. You know, it's offered through the Sheriff's Office free of charge. We want you to understand the rules of the road, and in this case, the water. We want you to understand the facts that, you know, how you're going to be safe. You know, our goal is to get you out in the water, enjoy the water, get from point A to point B safely. You have to make sure that your boat's in good working order, make sure all your safety equipment is workable and is accessible, and when you're out there, wear your life jacket, because you never know when an accident's going to happen.
Cell phones have really come a long way, and it's great to have that availability to be able to reach someone when you're out in the middle of the water.
Right. You know, in a lake like this, again, cell phone with large crowds, you're able to get somebody's attention. Lake St. Clair, again, ship-to-shore radios are still very widely used out there in the boating community, but a cell phone definitely helps, because in an emergency situation, if somebody goes overboard or there's an accident or you need EMS, you dial 911, it goes directly into our dispatch center. We're able to get your GPS coordinates, and we're able to send the boat. They can log those coordinates right on in, and they can get to you in a faster time.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time out today to explain water safety. Water safety, you can't take it for granted. You got to be safe out there, and have a good time on our waterways this summer.